Welcome to South Beach here in Miami, Florida at Miami Stadium, the site for our nightcap of the triple header. And it's a major SEC clash between the Texas A&M Aggies and the Miami Hurricanes. I'm David Roy in the booth with me, and I'm my broadcast partner, Matt Pack. And Matt, both teams looking to get a conference win on the season. Now, Texas A&M started their conference play back in week one. They lost that game to LSU. Miami, this is their first conference game of the season. And it's a big game for them. They like to start out on the right foot.
Absolutely. You know, A&M lost a heartbreaker to LSU in week one there. And you know that they don't want to go to start out 0-2 here in the SEC. Miami also looking for their first win here. A couple of teams that looked pretty good last week in their games. So I'm expecting a pretty competitive one here.
Well, Texas A&M will start with the football. And they will start from their own 24-yard line to begin the drive. They'll go with a play fake. Jermaine dancing in the pocket. And that pass off his back foot over the middle and nobody home.
Well, I just couldn't find him there. You know, not the best looking pass Jermaine has thrown here this season. His footwork wasn't real good on that one. But, you know, it's these teams are going to probably try to fill each other out a little bit. You know, Miami's a team that's looked vastly different from week to week, so it'll be interesting to see what we get out of the Hurricanes tonight.
2nd and 10, Jermaine to throw, and then he's going to take it and run, trying to get away from the pass rush, but he ultimately runs into a sack. It's a loss of 3 for the backup, Chris Watson.
Well, Chris Watson does a good job of just hanging on to Jermaine, not letting him catch that edge and take off. You notice there also Griffin Richardson was coming downfield looking to lay a lick on him.
So 3rd and 13 for the Aggies to begin their opening drive. Backed up now to the 21-yard line. Here's Jermaine. 4-man rush, but he's taking a deep shot and he underthrows it. Perry Pennell couldn't haul in the interception, and so a 3-and-out for Texas A&M.
Well, and you've got to talk, you know, when you talk about this Miami defense, the two safeties are who you really have to talk about, Pennell and two-time All-American Isaac Crowell. They've done such a good job for him, you know, in the last several seasons.
On the return is Crowd, and he is going to gift his offense and Axton Richardson with excellent starting field position.
Absolutely, you know, so Miami got a short field in front of them. Axton Richardson much back to form that we're used to last week against Nebraska. So let's see how he does.
Richardson going to keep it himself, and he will get 7 yards to start the drive here as Richardson comes into tonight averaging just 3.2 yards a carry, 22 carries, 70 yards for him. Only 1 rushing touchdown, only 2 passing touchdowns.
Well, he had a really slow start in week 1 against Notre Dame. You know, they didn't look very good in that game at all. Then all of a sudden they come out against Nebraska like gangbusters. So, kind of been a tale of 2 weeks for them.
Richardson to throw, and he will find Marcus Duncan leaking out of the backfield over the middle. He'll get 7 yards, and he'll get a first down.
Well, one thing I've noticed about this A&M defense is they hit, and they hit hard for the most part. You know, Allie Peters, you know, defensive player of the week last week, had 20-plus tackles in that game. Going to be a force to be reckoned with all night long.
21 tackles for Peters last week, but Miami does not seem fazed by it, nor do they seem fazed by the Texas A&M secondary as Jay Nathaniel picks up 12 yards, and the Hurricanes are on the edge of the red zone.
They're doing a good job getting the ball out quick. Is Axton Richardson not allowing the coverage to collapse?
Quick throw here, Blaze Gunner able to turn and get the first down for the Hurricanes, and they are moving.
They're moving very well. I just wonder how well their mascot can see how well their offense is moving because he's pretty cross-eyed.
Well, it's got to be pretty hot in that suit, especially in this 82-degree weather, which feels like 92 degrees here in South Beach as Duncan gets 7.
Yeah, you know, it's a warm, you know, humid night here in Miami, but we're seeing this Miami offense right now. They're content. It's this nickel and dime type thing, and they're driving down the field very successfully.
2nd and goal. Richardson's going to keep it for the touchdown, Miami.
Vintage Miami Hurricane offense right there. Pass it around, throw it around. You know, get Duncan involved to a certain extent, but then what do? You let Axton Richardson carry the weight in for the touchdown.
So the extra point off the right foot of Dakota Groza is good as the Hurricanes take an early 7-0 lead here in front of the home fans. And, last week, Matt, to your point about what they did against Nebraska in the bounce-back loss against Notre Dame back in week 1, 51-24 being the final score. played pretty well, and their defense playing pretty well too. They have yet to allow Texas A&M to get any positive yardage.
Yeah, you know, and we call the first drives feeder drives a lot of times, you know, and I feel like that's what it was for Texas A&M. I expect Jermaine to, you know, he's got a few plays under his belt in this game that look a little bit better.
5-step drop for him. Jermaine off his back foot and into the Texas A&M sideline. 0 for 3 to start passing.
Well, I tell you, he's very uncomfortable right now. That's the big thing. He's throwing off his back foot. It's not, you know, he doesn't look like he's can even get his feet set yet.
Handoff here, though, for Ty Dixon. Dixon got turned around, and he ends up losing 2 yards. So through 2 drives, Texas A&M has minus 5 yards.
Well, you know, we see that there that Joseph Hart gets him turned around, and then Isaac Kraut comes in and cleans him up. So another long 3rd down for the Aggies.
3rd and 12, 4 wide here as Jermaine with the blitz in his face, going to check it down. Ty Dixon. Dixon had the space to get the 1st down, but not the speed, it seems, as Rex Tyler closes in and keeps him well short of the sticks.
Yeah, Troy Preston also involved on the play there. It's just they're doing a good job keeping Texas A&M in front of them right now. And, you know, A&M having a hard time getting going offensively through 2 series.
Well, Isaac Kraut is not able to get it into Texas A&M territory with this return, as back-to-back 3-and-outs forced by the Miami defense. We'll see what A&M's defense can muster here.
Well, all right, here we go. This A&M defense needs to, you know, buckle down here and get a little bit of a – well, they're getting pressure.
They got the pressure, but Axon Richardson was not fazed by it as he finds Matthew Owsley. He'll get 8 yards.
Well, Owsley, you know, he's been a good tight end for the Miami Hurricanes in his years since he's been here. And, you know, he's been a good safety valve for Richardson.
Picks up 8, and on 2nd and 2, play fake, pass over the middle, caught by Nathaniel. Nathaniel, good 14-yard gain over the middle.
And Nathaniel, again, I talked about him last week. I'll talk about him again. He's one of those possession-type receivers that every team needs to have. One of those guys who's got good hands and is not afraid of contact.
So ball spotted now at the Texas A&M 37. Richardson play fake, taking a shot deep down the right side and burning the defense, as he often does. That's Blaze Gunner for 6.
Well, Richardson takes a shot on that play, as you said, David. He gets hit as he throws. The ball sails on him a little bit. Blaze Gunner, who had a step on the defender, lays out and catches that thing. You know, it's just a highlight reel play. We're used to seeing those from Blaze Gunner, but more impressive to me was the fact that Richardson was able to get that much on the ball.
Well, you mentioned that Gunner had a step. When you see the replay, it looked like he had 3 steps on the closest defender, that defender being Trey Woodson, wearing the 12th man jersey here tonight.
The 12th man don't need to get too down about it, because there's been a whole lot of defenders that Blaze Gunner got 2 or 3 steps on going down the field.
Well, Texas A&M is hoping that one of their receivers can maybe get 2 or 3 steps on this Miami secondary as they try to air it out. On the last drive, they finally got positive yardage, but it's 4 yards in total off of 2 drives.
That's it. And, yeah, A&M, they can score, and they can score quickly. This is not something that needs to worry them too much, but they do need to find a rhythm on offense to get Jermaine comfortable.
Hand off, Ty Dixon. Dixon able to get the edge. Ty Dixon down the far sideline. Dixon fighting off Pennell, and he will get it into Miami territory. A 31-yard run for the 5'7" running back.
Yeah, that's one of the helpful things for him is a lot of times the defenders can't see him behind the line, and then all of a sudden he just squirts out the right side there, and he's very quick. He's a very strong running back for his size, and we see there how dangerous he can be.
5'7", 215 pounds is the little Ty Dixon as Jermaine. Pressure in his face. He'll get a pass over the middle. Skywalker picking up 12 yards, and that seems that big run has got this offense in a little bit of a rhythm now.
Well, and that's what it takes sometimes. It's just that one play to get everything going for you, you know. You get your confidence going, and it helps.
Jermaine to throw with a 4-man rush. Dancing, and he will throw it away. Really good coverage by this Miami secondary, and you can see why. It's a very talented secondary.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you know, I talked about the 2 of the safeties, Pennell and Kraut. Of course, they've also got Rex Tyler back there. And then they've got, you know, John Dowd and Troy Pressing on the outside at the corner. I mean, they're very talented on the back end.
Also got Mark Perry, who makes his return to corner this week, as Dixon will get 3 yards on 2nd down. So still a long 3rd down here for this A&M offense.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing, is that what we have to understand here is that A&M, these long third downs, you know, with a lot of teams that can be a problem. With the weapons that they have on offense, this 3rd and 7 should be in their wheelhouse.
Empty backfield, Jermaine against a 4-man rush and a quick throw, fighting for the first down, but he didn't get it. Jarrett Snyder got close, but the Hurricanes are able to stop him short. But Texas A&M playing aggressive.
I don't mind it a bit. 4th and inches, you got to go here. I wouldn't mind seeing him hand it off to Dixon.
Pistol set, Dixon the deep back, Jermaine to throw over the middle, and it is hauled in by Brent Mills, but he took a shot.
Well, Brent Mills knew he was going over the middle there. He's going to get hit.
Yeah.
He did, and he held on to it. First down, Aggies.
Pistol set, trips, top the screen. Jermaine to throw, pressure, as he'll check it down underneath, and that is Jimmy Flores, the 5th receiver on the Dutch Chargers.
All right, and now Jermaine is starting to find his footing. Jermaine is starting to get comfortable in the pocket now. Miami's playing well in coverage, and they're laying hits out on guys that are catching the ball, but Jermaine is starting to see the field a lot better than he was early in the game.
Well, he gets it out to the 8-yard line, and they're going to empty out the backfield once again. Jermaine. He'll look to throw. 4-man rush. Pass over the middle. Touchdown, Aggies.
And Jarrett Snyder hauls that thing in for the touchdown. Jimmy Jermaine went from 0 for 3 to 6 for 10, and just put the, that was a pretty quick drive for the Aggies right there. So Miami's defense, they finally give up some points here. Now let's see if that momentum is going to swing over to Texas A&M's defensive side of the ball, because they haven't made a stop yet.
Yeah. Well, an 8-play drive, Texas A&M, they turn it into points. They get the 7 points off it, and really the drive starter was Ty Dixon getting 31 yards on first down. That seemed to be the catalyst for Texas A&M to put points on the board. Now this defense needs a spark plug like that.
They really do, and all it takes is one big play. We've talked about that, a big hit, knocking a ball free, something like that, an interception, and that's what A&M's looking for right now.
Richardson, quick throw over the middle. Matthew Owsley able to get it out to 41. Allie Peters, she was in the area, and she's the one who brought him down, but they need stops closer to the line of scrimmage, not closer to the first down marker.
You're right. They're giving him a little too much space right now, and Richardson's able to just kind of go underneath him all he wants to.
Well, he's not going underneath here because Blaze Gunner did it again. There he goes for another touchdown.
Wow. Just smoked them completely on that one, and, I don't know if A&M got the memo or if they didn't get the memo or what happened here, but Blaze Gunner's not a guy. You want to keep somebody behind him at all times if you can, because he will hurt you deep.
Blaze Gunner is one not to be trifled with.
No, not at all, especially in a situation like that. You let the guy going down. You let that guy get going down the sidelines, and you're asking for trouble. He's got 2 touchdowns early here.
Last week he had a receiving touchdown and a kick return for a touchdown. This week, 2 receiving touchdowns on a night where Axton Richardson is a perfect 9 for 9 through the air, and he's got a $169 passing already.
Yeah, we've still got about 3.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Axton Richardson is hitting his stride, looking very much like he did last week against Nebraska.
Well, this Miami offense found their stride. This defense started in full stride, forcing 2 punts and 2 3-and-outs for Texas A&M, but now the Aggies are trying to get the running game going. That seems to be helping them as Dixon gets 8.
Well, he's averaging 10 yards a carry. He's 4 carries, 40 yards. You'll take that all night long. You got to do something to get this defense to bite up a little bit.
Well, they get the defense to jump, but no flag thrown as Dixon is dropped in the backfield for a loss of 3.
Well, he's just not able to get anywhere on that one, and it's a again, this Miami defense is playing aggressively right now. They're trying to get after Jermaine, probably trying to fluster him a little bit.
Out of the gun, 3rd and 5. Draw play. Dixon lowers his shoulder, throws out a stiff arm, and he's got the first down.
All right, and that's what they need. A&M just keep moving the ball. You got to try to wear this Miami defense out if you possibly can. You got to wear them down, and that's what A&M's offensive strategy seems to be so far, David.
Jermaine dancing. He'll go underneath, and there is Allie Peters getting 3 yards. And good little gain there on first down.
Sure, and just let Allie Peters play on offense and defense. Wherever she wants to go, let her be there.
2nd down and 7. Dixon, blitz comes, and he'll go underneath, finding Mills. Mills ran into his own receiver. gets a few yards out of it, but he could have had more if he doesn't collide.
Well, yeah, the other receiver didn't see that the ball came in and was caught behind him, or else he probably would have thrown a block right there.
Three-man rush. Jermaine airing it to the far side, and Ryan Dunn will tap the feet down and get 13.
Oh, Ryan Dunn does a good job there hauling that one in quickly. The big tight end, tight ends are so invaluable in this league, and we talk about a lot of them, for every team.
Jermaine pumps, stands in, going short, and a first down picked up by Nathan Griffin, the walk-on receiver, also 8th on the depth chart.
Yeah, and in this run and shoot attack that Texas A&M runs, you're going to see a lot of receivers, you're going to see a lot of routes run. They're going to be moving a lot.
Jermaine pumping again on first down, pass over the middle, dropped by Ryan Dunn. A lot of bodies around him, maybe got a little nervous.
Yeah, he had some defenders coming in on him there. That one hit him in the hands. I'm sure he wishes he had it back.
4 wide, Jermaine, 4-man rush in his face, dancing to his right, and he will just throw it away. Nothing open downfield.
Well, he tried to buy himself some time, as you saw. He rolled out to the right trying to find something, but when he sees nothing's there, makes a smart decision. Just get rid of it.
Single back set. Jermaine under center on 3rd and 10. 5-step drop. Jermaine dancing. Goes short. Ty Dixon lowers his shoulder, gets 8. They needed a couple more yards to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and that's going to bring out the field goal unit for the Texas A&M Aggies. They're going to go ahead and just take the points here and not go for it on 4th like they did earlier.
So out comes Cade Allen from 41 yards out, and he delivers to make it an 11-point game.
Okay, well, A&M gets points out of it. Not what they were looking for exactly. But their biggest issue right now is not offensive. The biggest issue is they've got to find a way to contain Axon Richardson throwing the ball, particularly to Blaze Gunner.
Let's see what they do as Blaze Gunner on the return, able to get it out to the 24-yard line as this offense for Miami has been flawless so far tonight.
Yeah, well, they've got 9 yards rushing, 169 yards passing. When you're able to pass the way that they are right now, why would you do anything else?
Well, starting the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Richardson changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Richardson deep over the middle, and there's Richard Singer with the first down.
Singer was blanketed on that play. The coverage was good, but Axon Richardson delivers a great pass. It hits him right in the breadbasket there. He's able to haul it in right on the numbers, and it picks up another first down for the Hurricanes.
Damian Armour, the safety in coverage, who was able to haul him down at the 40-yard line here for the Hurricanes as Richardson in the gun. Play fake, looking, going short to the far side. There's Nathaniel getting 5 yards.
And that's what, it's Axon Richardson seeing the field so well right now. He's reading the defense. He's going underneath when he has to, but he's always looking, for that shot down the field.
Out of the gun, trips punch to the right. Duncan motion out of the backfield to the left as Richardson to throw. Pressure coming. Taking a shot. Guess who? Blaze Gunner for the first down.
Well, Blaze Gunner just leaks out there on the corner route, and he's bracketed by defenders, but Richardson delivers a good ball, and he's able to haul it in. Another first down for Miami.
31 seconds remain in the opening quarter as Miami has moved it out to the Texas A&M 39-yard line. Pistol set here for the Hurricanes, 3 wide. Richardson going to keep it himself, being chased by Eric Mears, and Mears will drag him down, holding him to a 2-yard run.
Well, Eric Mears says in chat, I don't like Blaze Gunner, LOL, and apparently Mears has taken out some of that dislike for Gunner on Richardson on that play.
Last play of the quarter is Richardson to throw, going short, pass caught, Mark Perry. Not quite a first down as he gets 7, and at the end of one, Miami up by 11 and looking to add to it. You're watching CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube Live. Don't go anywhere.
Mike 13, Mike 13.
Start of the 4th quarter, Richardson's going to keep it and get the first down inside the Texas A&M 25-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, Miami's offense right now you know, this is as good as we've seen them look all season. It's early, I know, but this is better than we saw them look last year, and they were a playoff team.
Hand off Duncan right up the middle. Marcus Duncan a first down and more as he gets it out to about the 13-yard line. And this Miami offense is clicking in all faces. That is Duncan's first carry.
Yeah, that's, I tell you what, if, you know, that's another guy you don't want to let get going if you're Texas A&M.
Empty backfield, Richardson. Over the middle, finding Kraut. Kraut getting it down to the 5.
All right, and we see it here. Miami just operating, like, as we say, like a well-oiled machine on offense. They're not missing. They're firing on all cylinders right now. And A&M, you know, it's going to have to get more pressure on Richardson, or, you know, they're going to have to play tighter coverage, because right now what they're doing is not working.
Doug Oley showing up in the chat as Blaze Gunner saying, just got in. How do we score our 3 touchdowns? Well, 2 of them are yours as Blaze Gunner. As this pass, not quite a touchdown. Allie Peters pushing Isaac Kraut out of the end zone, but he's at the 1.
Well, and again, you know, Allie Peters does a good job of keeping the touchdown, you know, from happening right there, but they got to do it 3 more times.
Richardson, the pitch. Duncan, the stiff arm. Did he get in? No, he was turned away by Damian Armour.
Armour does a good job of fighting off the big running back, you know, and keeping him out of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
From just inside the 1-yard line, empty backfield. Richardson to throw. Pressure coming, and he runs into the sack. Dropped down at the 5-yard line by Eric Mears.
Mears does a good job bringing the pressure to the outside there. Sees what's going on and is able to drop Richardson for the loss there. This brings up 3rd and goal. You know, A&M's defense standing pretty strong right now.
3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. Miami has only had to deal with 1 third down tonight, and they converted on it. But this one means more. It's points on the scoreboard. Richardson keeps it and is hit hard by Allie Peters. Took a shoulder to the chest.
Allie Peters says, no, sir. Not going to allow that one. And Axton Richardson felt the brunt of it. There were dreads flying everywhere on that play.
Well, the 12-play drive ends in 3 points as Dakota Groza puts up the chip shot field goal, and that gives Miami a 14-point lead.
Now that's a victory on that drive for the Texas A&M defense. They allowed Miami to get inside the 1-yard line and then had a goal line stand and held them to a field goal.
Little Ty Dixon on the kick return here, and he'll get it out to about the 25-yard line. And for Texas A&M, that, you know, we've seen the success that Miami's having through the air. We would have thought that maybe Texas A&M could have similar kinds of success.
Well, this is what we're used to. You know, this is what I expect, is to see Texas A&M airing it out, you know, putting up big numbers through the air.
This is big numbers through the air, but it's big numbers for Miami as this pass picked off by Freeman Swiss, the 3-star senior.
Well, Jermaine is under pressure on that throw. He's backing out, trying to find a spot. He gets his feet under him, but he underthrows that and never sees Freeman Swiss standing there in perfect spot in coverage. Going to be one that Jimmy wishes he had back.
So Miami has been gifted terrific field position. Starting at the Texas A&M 22, Duncan the carry. Marcus Duncan hit hard by Mears out across to the 16.
Now, Mears not afraid to lay the wood out there. I'll say that for him. He comes up and knocks Duncan off his feet like that. You know, he was a big part of that goal line stand on the last possession. You know, this A&M defense is good. It's just that, you know, this Miami offense up until the last drive was just, like you said, spot, you know, perfect.
Richardson going to keep it. He'll pitch it to Duncan. And Duncan, he got hit so hard by Eric Mears. It's a wonder he didn't lose the football or his helmet.
Well, Eric Mears is probably got to be looking at Marcus Duncan right now going, how many times I got to teach you this lesson, man? You run it my way, you're going to get hurt.
3rd and 7. Richardson to throw, trying to set the halfback screen as the rush comes. But Eric Mears again bringing down Duncan in the backfield.
Okay, at this point in the game, I'm going to say that Marcus Duncan and Eric Mears are well acquainted. They know each other, and if Marcus Duncan has any kind of first impression on Eric Mears, it's that this guy won't stop hitting me.
Well, Texas A&M's defense, Matt, they come up with another victory as they hold Miami to a field goal. This one from 39 yards out, and it is good.
Absolutely right. It's another good stop by the A&M defense. You know, it's exactly what they have to do, and it just hats off to Eric Mears on that whole series because he seemingly was everywhere.
Irvin on the return here, and he's going to get it out to about the 26-yard line. 6 minutes even to play. And, Matt, for a while there, it looked like this Texas A&M offense was finding a rhythm. They were getting moving. They were moving the ball pretty well. And then the interception on the last drive by a young quarterback in Jermaine, only a sophomore.
Well, we saw Steeman fight back from it for Notre Dame in the last game, and I think Jermaine's going to keep firing at least.
Well, he is. He fires over the middle. Griffin Richardson there to knock it down, the linebacker of the Hurricane defense. So 2nd down and 10, 4 wide and a 2-by-2 set. Jermaine, the give on the draw. Ty Dixon able to slip his way through for 3 yards. I thought he was bottled up for good.
Well, he would have been if he was a normal-sized person, but he's small, and he slipped through the cracks there and was able to pick up a few extra yards.
So 3rd and 7 on a night where Texas A&M converting only 2 of 6 so far, and Jermaine saw big Gilbert Wilkerson rushing him and said, I don't want any part of that, and just throws it away.
Yeah, and he gave up on the play right there. Going to bring up 4th and 7, bring out the punting unit here. A&M's defense is keeping them in this game right now, but their offense is not doing them any favors.
Texas A&M trailing by 17 here, not even halfway through the second quarter yet, as Isaac Crowd will get it out to the 40-yard line. And now, Matt, really, the pressure has been on Texas A&M's defense for the beginning, and it has just mounted drive after drive after drive.
It has, and, they've held up really well the last 2 drives. All they can do is just keep bringing the pressure and keep, making the hits where they can, because this Miami offense is, they've been difficult to stop all night long. A&M's done a good job the last 2 series, but they've got to keep it up and let their offense get going again.
They're able to get it across midfield thanks to Matthew Owsley. Richardson here, quarterback keeper. Wasn't sure where he wanted to go with it, and maybe his commitment to it, and gets 10 yards.
Well, he's able to pick up the first right there, but you're right. There was a note of hesitation back there because he didn't know who he wanted to run towards.
So he'll get the first down. Empty backfield for Richardson from the A&M 39. Quick throw. There's Kraut. Kraut with a stiff arm, and then he gets hit hard by Eric Mears. So Mears introducing himself to everybody in this Miami offense.
Well, that's just safety on safety violence right there. That's the only way you know how to explain that. Eric Mears hitting Isaac Kraut. Kraut is used to being the one dishing out those hits like that, and now he's taking one.
2nd and 4 from the 32 as Miami very close to being right back into field goal range. Play fake. Richardson dancing, taking a shot, and nearly intercepted by Brent Mills.
Well, Mills jumped that route really well. If he'd been maybe a half step quicker, Mike could have pulled it down, but still a good defensive play.
Empty backfield now for Richardson and the Hurricanes on 3rd and 4. Richardson to the near sideline, but Mark Perry is a yard shy, in Miami. They smell blood in the water. They're going for it.
They are. They're trying to step on the throat here if they can, and I can't say I blame them.
Single back set, 2 tight ends to give. Duncan the first down and more as he is turned around and stopped at the edge of the red zone.
Yeah, and that's the that's the problem is, Miami's been beating you all night with Action Richardson's arm, but you get in that short 4th down situation, just hand it to Duncan.
Pistol set, Richardson to throw, 4-man rush. Richardson scrambling right into Allie Peters as she will hold him to just a yard on the quarterback scramble.
Some more, again, Allie Peters doing a good job at that linebacker spot, protecting the run spine on Richardson right there.
Clash of the Dreads as an empty backfield. Duncan motioned into it, though. Richardson going to keep it. Richardson off the left side, cuts it upfield, gets 5 yards. So it's a short 3rd down here for a Miami offense that is just chugging along.
Yeah, they've been held to a field goal in their last 2 possessions, but still they've scored every time they've had the ball. So they're going to continue the trend.
The backfield, Richardson, quick throw. There's Nathaniel, 1st and goal for the Hurricanes.
Nathaniel's smart enough to get enough forward progress to get past that 1st down marker and pick up a fresh set of downs for the offense.
Look at Axon Richardson, 1 incompletion tonight. 1. 20 of 21 through the air against this A&M defense, as Marcus Duncan will get the carry, and a stiff arm will get him down to the 4.
Well, Axon Richardson for the season last year completed 75% of his passes. Right now, 2 games in, he's completing 76% of his passes.
Sure.
So that's improvement.
And tonight he's completing, 98% of his passes, as Duncan will get 2 yards here, 3rd and goal.
That'll up those numbers too,
That makes it 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from the 3. Single back set, 2 tight ends to the left. Duncan, the deep pack. They give it to him. Touchdown, Miami.
All right, Miami puts more points on the board through Marcus Duncan. You know, he's kind of been the forgotten man in this offense tonight, but when they need him, he's coming through for him. He picked up a 4th down for him earlier, now he gets points. Miami's rolling right now, David.
Well, we saw Matt in the first game tonight between Clemson and Notre Dame. We saw Clemson scream out to a big lead on the road in South Bend. And then the second half happened, and Notre Dame's defense clamped down. That offense started chugging away. They were given really great field position because of their defense. And Notre Dame was able to make a game of it. Now, they couldn't win the game, but they made a game of it. They were able to build their way back into it. Next A&M, they got to find a way to do the same thing. Only hope that they can yield the outcome of a W.
Well, that's exactly what they have to do. There's still a lot of game left here. There's no reason for anybody to panic about anything. But A&M has got to get going on offense.
Well, that's not going to be the way to do it. Almost throwing his 2nd interception of the night is Jimmy Germain trying to attack the middle of this Miami defense.
Yeah, Nick Morgan gets his hands on it and knocks it down the walk-on, not able to haul it in, though.
You know, back in week 1, Texas A&M gave up what is now the CFSL's single highest comeback in our history. They gave up 25 points to LSU. Well, right now, Texas A&M is trailing by 24. So you have to wonder if they have learned something, perhaps. And part of learning something means don't throw halfback screens and have it result in negative yardage.
No, they can't do it. And this offense just kind of looks out of sorts right now, outside of a couple of drives that they had. And you got to give Miami's defense credit. They are getting after them pretty well.
Jermaine to throw on a long 3rd down. He's going to throw it way short of the sticks, but hoping they can turn upfield and get there. Snyder, and to his credit, he got close, got a yard short. Texas A&M will punt.
Good fight out of Snyder there. You know, he tried to give it all he had, just came up a little bit short. Going to force another Aggie punt here.
Texas A&M has had, to their credit on the night, 7 drives. 2 of those drives they've turned into points. One of those drives was an interception by Freeman Swiss, led to points for Miami. The other 4 drives have all been punts.
That's just been it. You know, and here's the thing is that, you know, one half of football is just that.
Yeah.
It's one half of football. You know, we saw Notre Dame in the first game, in the game earlier tonight where they came back and played a lot better in the second half. I fully believe A&M can do the same thing. But, you know, it's going to take a pretty concerted effort on both sides of the ball because the way that Miami's playing right now, it's kind of hard to find a flaw in what they're doing.
The Texas A&M offense not in sync. The Texas A&M defense struggling to get stops as Miami will take over from their own 40. And Richardson's taking a deep shot, trying to stick the dagger in. But excellent coverage there by Trey Woodson.
He does a good job there. Richard Singer was the man he's trying to hit, but Woodson had him blanketed all the way down the field.
That's Blaze Gunner. That might be a touchdown.
Blaze Gunner, he might already been in the end zone.
2nd down and 10, empty backfield here. Richardson feeling pressure, coming short, able to turn upfield and get the 1st down. Nathaniel out across to Texas A&M 45.
It's a shifty guy, you know, shifty receiver there, and does a good job. Nathaniel doesn't get the, you know, the big numbers or whatever that we see from Blaze Gunner, but he's just as important to this offense because he's the guy that moves the chains.
I don't know if I'd call 6'5", 230 pounds shifty, but he can pull off the shiftiness.
Well, he moved really well for
fair.
a guy that size.
That's a fair point. 4 wide here for the Hurricanes, inside a minute to play in the half. Richardson dancing over to the left side, and Mark Perry will get the 1st down inside the 30. Miami will take a timeout.
Yeah, and Mark Perry just, you know, adding to the weapons, you know, that Miami has on offense.
Richardson to throw. Airing it out here to the near side. Nathaniel gets 7. Another timeout called by Miami.
Yep, and 48 seconds left on the clock. A short 2nd and 3 ahead of them.
Out of the gun, 4 wide. Richardson standing in to end zone. Touchdown, Mark Perry got left all alone behind the defense.
Broken coverage, busted wide open, and Action Richardson, he doesn't have to think too hard about that one. And hits Perry all alone in the end zone for the touchdown. And Miami has put 41 points up in the first half of this game.
It's an impressive night, an impressive performance for Miami teams all around.
It is. the offense is one thing. You know, they put up 41 already. They put up 51 the entire game against Nebraska last week. But it's their defense, what they're doing defensively right now. And the fact that they've got Jimmy Germain so bum-puzzled on offense, he doesn't know what to do with it. It's, you know, it's creating a lot of distance between these teams right now.
Kellen Irvin on the return, trying to get it out to the 30-yard line. We'll say he got out to about the 29-yard line. 39 seconds on the clock. And Texas A&M, not a lot of time to try to string together some momentum before the end of the half.
No, you know, wouldn't mind seeing them take a shot here, but you ain't got time to do a lot of, you know, plotting and, you know, all planning on this kind of thing. You just want to, you know, if you can get points for the half, that's great. But what you don't want to do is give up, you know, another turnover and make another mistake that puts you further in a hole.
Well, he goes quick here, finding Snyder. He'll get 8 yards, so 2nd and 2. Halfback screen, Ty Dixon. Dixon, a lot of running room here, but he lost the football. Got hit hard, and then it is kicked out of bounds by Mark Perry. So it'll cost Texas A&M 5 yards.
But that could have went so much worse. You know, Dixon, you know, he gets popped right there, and the ball comes out. But I'm looking at that. I'm thinking, man, what if he gets on, you know, if Miami jumps on that ball, they're deep in Aggie territory again.
Yeah. And that was clearly a fumble. I mean, you can't say it wasn't. And Miami couldn't pick it up, so they kick it out of bounds. Texas A&M is spared as Jermaine takes a shot and off the fingertips of the receiver, and all of a sudden we're at a wild 4th down.
Yeah, 4th and 7. A&M's going to punt here. 24 seconds left on the clock. I'd like to think Miami's just going to let this thing wind down, go into the half, but the way these last few plays are going, I'm not too sure.
Isaac Kraut from his own 32, and he'll get out to the 46-yard line. And you know, it's a 3-and-out by the Miami defense. That's been the norm over the last few tries. It's how we got to the 3-and-out that's a little confusing and surprising.
Well, I mean, you know, it's getting late at night. You know, we are definitely into CFSL after dark territory. Sure. And some of these plays on the field are indicative of that.
Yeah. Axel Richardson, though, CFSL after dark, CFSL before dark, he is balling out.
He's looking good. You know, this is the Axel Richardson that we saw last season, you know, and besides that first week, he's picked up right where he left off.
Well, he's picking up right where he left off earlier tonight. Quick throw. There's Richard Singer. Picks up 19. One timeout remains for Miami as they go no huddle. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line of A&M. Richardson to throw again. 4-man rush. Quick throw and incomplete. That'll stop the clock. 5 seconds remain.
They're going to try to kick the long field goal. Yep.
They will.
Go for the long field goal here.
This will be a 53-yard field goal attempt for Dakota Groza. And off his right foot, Groza can't put it through.
All right. Well, you know, and it's a long kick. Can't really blame Groza. He had plenty of leg on it. Just pushed it to the right a little bit when they would get it through there. That leaves 2 seconds on the clock for the Aggies. Let's see what magical mayhem they try to dial up here.
Well, they got trips off the screen, so you got to expect they're going to trust the arm of Jermaine. They will. Jermaine to throw. Dancing, but he's in trouble, and he throws a pick. Coming back for it, Freeman Swiss, and Swiss gets tripped up at the 10.
Okay, that was almost a complete disaster for Jimmy Germain. He throws that kind of under duress. Freeman Swiss gets his 2nd pick of the night, and luckily the Aggies are able to trip him up, or else Miami is going to be 7 more points on the board before the half. What a game.
41-10 our score as Texas A&M trailing now by 31. And coming into tonight, Texas A&M, they were favored by 3.5 points. The over-under on this game, 64.5. The over looks pretty good right now, considering the fact that, you know, we've got 51 points in one half of football. But right now, Miami is stunning Texas A&M and CFSL fans because we knew A&M was good.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out that the A&M that, went on to control Nebraska is the Miami team that we are going to see all season, because Miami looks to be saying that game against Clemson that we have to play, you know, that SEC crown, that might be ours.
Yeah, Miami was, you know, pretty much the 2nd best team in the SEC last year, all year long, and it was noted. And I don't think they like being second best right
No.
now. And the way this offense is playing, they're playing with purpose. They're really on fire about what they're doing. And, you know, like I said, there's a lot of football left to be played. This game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. But if Miami keeps up with what they're doing right now, it's almost like they're trying to make examples. And A&M, they can fight their way and claw their way back into this thing, but they have got to reverse course on both sides of the ball.
Well, Miami's offense is looking great. Their defense maybe is looking just as good as their offense, if not better. And the way Clemson looked tonight against Notre Dame, the way Miami's looking right now, that clash between Miami and Clemson later in the season, looking to be a very big deal and potentially for the SEC crown. And that's not to discount LSU is still out there in the running for it as well. LSU looks really good this season as always, and Auburn's still out there. Florida's still out there. Florida State's out there. Florida being one of the few unbeaten teams that we still have in the league, and we'll see whether or not that holds later in the week as Texas A&M's trying to generate something defensively here, forcing the fourth incompletion out of Axel Richardson.
Well, you know, they're going to have to start flying around in coverage better, and they're going to have to get after Richardson and force him into some, you know, making some mistakes, making some bad throws, because right now he's able to do about whatever he wants to.
Quick throw, Duncan out of the backfield, and he'll get 5.
All right, 3rd and 5 here. Just quick little, you know, throws it to Duncan to try to pick up a few yards. 3rd and 5 for Miami. You know, this is a big down here for the Aggies.
Quick throw, wide receiver screen. Nathaniel can't get much out of it. Only gets a yard. So to your credit, Matt, that A&M defense, they step up. They get the stop here on the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, they do. They do a good job with it there. They're going to get the ball back quickly here to in the beginning of the third quarter now. Okay, so their defense looks better. Let's see what the offense does. Let's see what goes on with, you know, Jimmy Germain and this super talented group he's got around him.
So on the return, looking for a big one. Irvin able to get it out to about the 47-yard line. In Texas A&M, Matt, down by 31. Never seen a 31-point comeback. We've never seen a 25-point comeback. So anything is possible. There's time to pull it off. But Texas A&M, their offense now has really got to get clicking. We'll see if they can. As Jermaine, quick throw. Skywalker gets 8.
All right, that's a good way to get started. You hit the big man over the middle there, Skywalker. You know, he's got, it's a big target. Nice to have, especially got to line up at wide receiver at that size.
So 2nd down and 2 as the Aggies trying to avoid starting out 0-2 in the SEC. And that 0-2 spot in conference in particular, it's a dark hole to be in as Ty Dixon, he saw a sea of green cascade around him.
Yeah, you know, looked like he thought he might have a hole, but Miami closed quickly, and Dixon not able to get free. But still, manageable 3rd down for the Aggies here.
Aggies are converting 2 of 9 on 3rd downs here tonight. Pistol set, 4 wide. Jermaine looking, 4-man rush, dancing, pass over the middle, caught Irvin, 1st down.
All right, and Kellen Irvin with a big 10-yard catch. That's his first catch on the night. One of the bigger weapons for A&M, and Miami's kept him under wraps very well in the first half.
Miami showing blitz here on 1st down as they're pressing at the top of the screen. Halfback screen, though, to try to beat the blitz. Dixon not getting much out of it as Griffin Richardson comes up to make the stop.
Ty Dixon next to Griffin Richardson is just
Ty Dixon next to anybody.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's just, wow, that almost looked unfair.
Griffin Richardson, Ty Dixon looks like he should still be in middle school playing football with them.
However, he's playing for the Aggies.
Jermaine to throw, and he's going to take it and run instead. Slipping off a couple of stops. Gets 4 yards before being caught from behind. 3rd and 9, a long 3rd down.
Well, I don't mind that with Jermaine. You know, I did go ahead and take off, try to pick up what you can. It's still a long 3rd down, though.
Pistol set. Jermaine gets a 3-man rush, standing in, taking a shot to the end zone. Touchdown, Kellen Irvin.
All right, Kellen Irvin doing his best Blaze Gunner impression right there, just getting behind the defense and being wide open. Does exactly what A&M needs to do. Put points on the board. Get back in this thing. It's not a 31-point lead anymore. Now it's going to be more like a 24-point lead. Your defense did what it needed to. The offense did what it needed to. Now you got to keep that momentum rolling. You got to keep that thing going your way because if you put yourself in a bad enough hole, you can't let Miami bury you any deeper.
Well, at this point, some turnovers by this A&M defense would really be a big help.
Absolutely. I mean, anything they can get, because momentum is, in my mind, one of the biggest driving forces in any game that we watch. And if you can get momentum going your way, every big comeback we've ever seen, it just felt like things were going that team's way. It just built off that momentum.
Play fake Richardson and a quick throw to Nathaniel, but he's got to have some words for his quarterback about throwing to him over the middle when there's an Allie Peters on the other side.
Allie Peters doesn't even leave her feet to drop him like a sack of hammers right there. That was brutal.
8 tackles, tackle for a loss here tonight for Allie Peters, coming off a week where she put up 21 tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, and a couple of sacks to give Peters 33 tackles, 5 for a loss, and 2 sacks coming into this week. And Texas A&M nearly got a pick there.
Yeah, they nearly did. Got their hands on it again. Richardson, all of a sudden, he's feeling the pressure a little bit.
Yeah.
A&M's playing tighter coverage because they have to.
From the gun, Richardson has to keep it himself, and he's got nowhere to go with it. Couldn't even register to pitch it as Rusty Alston gets the stop.
Wow. Alston got in there quick. The defensive end does a good job of wrangling Richardson down. That's another quick possession for Miami. And here again, with nearly 6 minutes left in the third quarter, A&M's getting the ball back.
Back-to-back punts forced by this Texas A&M defense, both of which being 3 and outs as Irvin, they get it out about the 47, 48-yard line, which is where Texas A&M started their last drive here, and they will mark it at the 47. So we'll see whether or not Texas A&M can turn this into points.
All right, they're going to have to keep doing what they've been doing in the last drive.
Jermaine to throw, standing in, he's taking another shot. This time Sky Walker hauls it in for 34 yards down inside the red zone.
That's a good idea is when you've got a guy like Sky Walker, just throw it, and even if you have to throw it a little bit in front of him, the guy's a great athlete, jumps very well. He just lays out and hauls the ball in.
Sky Walker 6'6" and runs a 4.4 timed 40 as he'll get the Aggies inside the red zone. Jermaine from the pocket, dancing, airing it into coverage, and Isaac Kraut gets the pick, but will it stand? That left foot looked out of bounds.
I couldn't tell from this vantage point. I know he came down with the ball, but I'm not sure he kept both feet in bounds. Let's see if they show it. Well, not from that.
That's close.
It's very close.
They're not going to review it, though.
Oh, boy. That's a tough one right there for the Aggies.
So Miami will start from their own 5-yard line, and Richardson's dropped back at the 1.
Wow. And again, that was T.J. Smith in there on the tackle right to get him behind the line. But my goodness, man, this A&M defense is playing a total different game than they were in the first half.
Pistol full house, a give, Duncan in the backfield, and dropped for a safety by Allie Peters.
How about that? We don't see many safeties here in the CFSL, do we? And Allie Peters gets one right there for the Texas A&M Aggies. There was also a safety that played for the Auburn Tigers, and I believe it was season 5 or 6, named Ollie P. Peters, who got a safety.
Something about Peters in the CFSL that they just get safeties. Well, following that safety, Ty Dixon on the return, he's going to get it out to the 46-yard line. So not only does Texas A&M put a couple points on the board, but now they get the ball back.
If that's not a momentum swinger, I don't know what is. A safety to where, like you said, you get points. They have to free kick it back to you, basically, and you're going to get decent field position again. This is all on Jimmy Germain right now.
Yeah.
Jimmy Germain cannot afford to make any more mistakes. He's already thrown 3 picks. He can't do it. He can't do anything else to sabotage his team here.
So first down and 10. Ball spot at the 46. Give here, Dixon. Dixon bobbing and weaving, stumbling forward, gets a couple of yards for his efforts.
All right, doing a good job there. Ty Dixon, 9 rushes, 47 yards, right on schedule, doing what he needs to do. A&M, again, they've got to find ways to get points here.
averaging about 5 yards a carry, came into tonight, averaging about 4.3, excuse me, as a quick throw to the walk-on in Flores. He'll get a couple of yards. So 3rd and 6 now for Texas A&M.
Yeah, Jermaine is being awfully conservative right now. The way that he's throwing the ball, he's keeping it on a lot of underneath type stuff.
Allie Peters in the backfield trying to give Ty Dixon a breather. And they go to Allie Peters on the draw. She'll throw out a stiff arm, but then is stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 3 by Nick Morgan, the 3rd linebacker.
Well, Morgan just came flying in there. Griffin Richardson was the one who initially got there to get the stop. But it is Morgan's going to get credited with the tackle there.
So Texas A&M, they can't turn the momentum swing into points, or at least it felt like a momentum swing, but coming out of that, Miami maybe trying to quell some of that momentum a little bit as Crowd on the return gets it out to the 31.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's A&M will get something going for them, and then something seems like it comes back and bites them here in this game.
Empty backfield, Richardson. Pass rush gets home. Down goes Richardson with a sack.
That was a good job there. Just more pressure by this A&M. They call themselves the Wrecking Crew. Well, they're looking like the Wrecking Crew in this game right now. That was a nice job getting to him, forcing a 7-yard loss.
Backing Miami up inside their own 25-yard line. Inside of 4 minutes to play, the give, Duncan. He's brought down in the backfield. It's a loss of 3, courtesy of T.J. Smith.
T.J. Smith does exactly what he needs to do right there as well. Drops him where he sits. So Miami 3 of 8 on 3rd downs right now, and it is 3rd and 20.
So a long 3rd down as Richardson, a deep ball, jump ball, and it is picked off. Excellent coverage by Lamech Russo.
Yeah, Lamech Russo does a great job going stride for stride with his receiver right there. And then gets his head around, jumps up and grabs the thing. That was Blaze Gunner that he was keeping up with. That's pretty impressive right there. Another big, shift for A&M, but they've got to take advantage of it.
Start from their own 37, 3:37 to play in the 3rd quarter. Here's a throw, long throw to get it here to the near side, and it'll get 4 yards for Jared Snyder.
All right, Jimmy Germain needs to snap out of it. That's what I'm going to say right now. The kid, we've seen how well he can play when he wants to. He's in his own head right now. He needs to get out of it and start moving this ball down the field.
Hadn't thrown a pick all season. He's thrown 3 here tonight. That's probably affecting a lot of it. Is here, though, trying to work his way out of it. He'll come over the middle. He'll get Kellen Irvin. Irvin will get 9.
All right, and that's fine. Whatever you have to do, but you got to move the ball at this point. You can't play. You can't be afraid.
Jermaine. Short throw, finding Snyder. Snyder getting it down inside the Miami 45.
All right, 2nd and 3 for the Aggies. They're moving the ball pretty well right now. Need to keep this momentum going.
Here we go. 35's the mic.
From the Miami 43. Jermaine in the gun. Down inside of 3 minutes to go in the 3rd. Jermaine dancing right with time. Comes back to the middle on a wide open Ryan Dunn. He'll get the 1st down.
Dunn does a good job. Jermaine does a good job right there, leaking out to the right. The defense flows to where the quarterback's going, and he knows that Ryan Dunn's going to open up in space over there. Does exactly that and picks up the 1st.
So Texas A&M doing everything they can to try and battle back into this one. They'll come back to the gun. From the Miami 24, Jermaine dancing around, trying to take it a run, and he's going to get sacked.
Just too many Miami Hurricanes around at that one right there. Joseph Hart in to get his 1st sack of the night. Jermaine, he sees a hole. He doesn't see anybody open, tries to take off, but Miami just plays good contain on him, and he's not able to get anywhere.
So 2nd and 15, 2.5 minutes to play here in the 3rd, and Texas A&M trying to punch it back into the end zone, trying to stay at this point in scoring range. Richardson, a halfback screen. Dixon cuts back upfield, and he'll get it down across the 30, back to the original line of scrimmage.
All right, and it's 3rd and 10 here for Texas A&M. Again, they're down 22 points here. This is not an insurmountable, lead at this point, but they have got to start doing some things.
Jermaine to throw, over the middle, pass caught, touchdown Ryan Dunn.
Absolutely right, and that's what they needed to do there. Jimmy Jermaine sees the blitz, sees the pressure coming in, recognizes Dunn's got one-on-one coverage over the middle, throws it to the big man, gets the points on the board that the Aggies are needing so bad right now, Texas A&M keeps doing what they're doing. They're going to mess around and get this back into being a game again.
Here's my question to you, Matt, and we're seeing what Texas A&M is doing. They're going to go for 2, but would you go for 2 here?
I don't know. It's right now. I think I don't want to do anything to quell my momentum.
Jermaine to throw to the end zone, and he got it. The 2-point conversion, and that means we have closed the gap. Texas A&M has worked their way back to a 2-possession game.
This is 17 unanswered points right there that or 17, 16 unanswered points. 17 unanswered points that A&M has put up, and doing a pretty good job, exactly what they need to do. And a lot of it's feeding off the power this defense is providing for them right now.
Blaze Gunner gets a return. He gets it out to the 22-yard line. Hard fought to get it to the 22-yard line, but he's able to get it there.
That's right. And, here's the thing. The Aggies defense, they cannot afford to dial down any of the intensity. They've got to keep playing, lights out the rest of the game.
Richardson off the play fake, has time. He's taking a deep shot of his own. He's got Blaze Gunner out across midfield.
All right, and A&M does a better job there having somebody, playing deep, playing center field there. Gunner gets open, but they get him knocked out of bounds and don't let it turn into a complete disaster.
So a deep shot downfield, getting it out across to the Texas A&M 47, empty backfield for Richardson. He'll look. He's taking another shot down the right side. Blaze Gunner tripped up at the 2.
That's a that's a saving tackle right there made to stop him from getting in, but you can't forget where Blaze Gunner is on the field at any point. I don't care how good your defense is. This guy's he's a game changer.
Putting a walk-on on him probably isn't a good idea either.
I would agree with that. You'd probably want to put whoever the fastest guy is that also can really jump on him.
Down to the 2. Richardson going to keep it and walk into the end zone for the touchdown. So Miami with that drive clearly saying, all right, enough is enough.
Yeah, Miami finally gets something going here late in the third. They had allowed 17 unanswered up to that point. Now they finally go back to what was working earlier in the game, which was Richardson to Gunner, and they put themselves back up, by 21 points.
27-48 our score here in South Beach. 1:16 to play. And the kick is away, and fielding it from inside his own end and looking for a big return there. Ty Dixon able to get it out to about the 21, 22-yard line.
All right, and the Aggies, they've got a lot of work ahead of them here. Again, they're down 3 scores again with a minute left here in the third. Jimmy Germain will have to pull some magic off.
4 wide, Germain to throw, 4-man rush. Stands in, quick throw over the middle, but excellent coverage, forcing the incompletion.
Just not able to get it there. Good defense by the Hurricanes.
2nd down and 10 for the Aggies. Germain, 4-man rush. Going short, and he'll find Dunn. He'll only get 3. And long 3rd down now for Texas A&M. They've got to find a way to convert.
They absolutely have to. You can't waste possessions anymore in a 3-score game this late.
Having to find a response. Here's Germain dancing. Goes short over to Dunn. Dunn out to the 30, hit hard by Kraut.
You got to throw it past the marker, man. You've got to throw it past the marker. I cannot emphasize that enough. We see it a lot with these guys. And granted, Miami's guarding really well out there right now, but you've already thrown 3 picks, and you've got to move the ball. So, again, throw it past the marker.
From zone 34, Kraut out to the 45-yard line for Miami. 33 seconds to go here in the half on a night where it's been all Miami for the majority of this game. And in the third quarter, Texas A&M starting to make noise, working their way back into it. And this third quarter, man, it feels like it's dragged on, in part because Miami's getting stops or putting up points, and Blaze Gunner is doing Blaze Gunner things here tonight. 6 catches, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, this third quarter, it's felt like it's gone longer than it has, but it's because there's been so many points scored.
Handoff, Duncan out to midfield, getting 3.
All right, and, Miami deciding to slow it down on offense now maybe a little bit. If that first play is any indication, maybe try to start grinding down on these on this Aggie defense. See if they can force a long drive on it, try to eat the clock and get them tired.
Richardson to throw, gonna take it and run, and he is caught, tripped up by Buck Malone at the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 7.
Well, Malone does a good job being able to get a hold of Richardson and not let him take off. Long 3rd down for Miami here. Not sure they'll get another playoff before the end of the 3rd quarter, though.
You saw Malone dive there because if he doesn't make that stop, Richardson's got the 1st down as the Hurricanes walk back up to the line. But as you say, Matt, not going to get the snap off, meaning we've still got a quarter to go, and the Aggies trail by 21. Can they pull off the comeback? Stay tuned. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube Live.
Check number 6. Check number 6. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
Start of the 4th quarter. Richardson can't get the screen off, and he wants a football. And the Aggies recover, and the scoop and score. Rusty Alston, touchdown, Texas A&M.
Go ahead, big man, do your thing right there because he picks that thing up, nothing but green grass in front of him. You know, a D lineman has to love that when it happens. You know, they never really get to score too many touchdowns, but hey, he just put his team back in it maybe right here. That was quick points.
Richardson shrugged off the first rusher, thinking that he was going to stand in, maybe get rid of it, maybe be able to throw the screen. Strip sack, Alston, the scoop and score, and we're back to a 14-point game to open up the 4th quarter as Crown gets it out to the 28. And Matt, you said it in that 3rd quarter, momentum. And Texas A&M, I think they just generated something.
Well, you know, we've been around this league for a long time, and ever since the beginning of it, and momentum is something that you just cannot overvalue.
Richardson off the play fake, trying to get some momentum back, and he will find Gunner coming back for the 1st down.
All right, well, they catch him there. Nice 1st down throw. Good catch there from Richardson to Gunner. A&M right now, they've got to keep the pressure on Miami. They've got to stay after Richardson. They've got to keep a hat, on the top of Gunner on every play from this point. They cannot afford to let this guy beat them any more than he already has.
Out to the 45-yard line, thanks to Blaze Gunner, and Richardson in the gun. 3 wide, top of the screen. Bubble screen to that side. Able to get the 1st down, Matthew Owsley.
Okay, and it's another 1st down for Miami. Actually, Richardson being very smart here. Making safe throws. He realizes that that A&M has made some big plays to stay in this thing.
Empty backfield. Richardson had to get it out quick, and there was Owsley on the sideline getting it out to 30.
Yeah, felt like there could have been a hold on that play by number 60 for Miami because it looked like he was trying to hang on from behind the A&M defender that was about to get to Richardson, but we didn't see a flag come out, so.
8:16 and counting to go. Ball spot at the 30 of Texas A&M. Empty backfield, Richardson. 4-man rush. Richardson in trouble, and he nearly throws an interception. That could have been more momentum in the favor of the Aggies, but they can't haul it in.
Greer, the walk-on, not able to bring that one down. Another one got hit in the hands.
Out of the gun, Richardson. Duncan to his left. Richardson, 4-man rush. Standing in, going short. Duncan a stiff arm. He'll get 7. Short 3rd, and you got to think the Hurricanes at this point are in field goal range.
Yeah, they're in field goal range. You got to believe. You got to think that Groza's got the leg for this one for sure. But goodness gracious, man, Aggies need to make a big play here.
This full house. Richardson, room to run as he tucks it to the inside, gets it down inside the 10. Allie Peters one to keep him out of the end zone.
Well, they do a good job there. Richardson he picks a good running lane there. That's just the honest truth of it. He runs a good play there. Aggies are decent in pursuit. Richardson just makes a better play.
1st and goal. Richardson going to keep it himself. Axon Richardson cuts it back inside. Touchdown, Miami.
I'll tell you what, and Miami knows what they have to do. This is going to push them back up 3 scores, and it's still plenty of time here left in the 4th quarter. It's been mentioned in chat, one big play away is the Aggies can be here from really closing this thing, getting a whole lot closer in this game, but starting to look a little bit like the Aggie defense is getting a little tired after they put on there in the 3rd quarter.
When it take this time to give a shout out to everybody staying up late with us here on a Tuesday night. Eric Mears, Allen, Ivory, Irvin, Will Stern, Shane, Ryan Dunn, Mike Pierce, Tyler Deathridge, Doug Goley, Anthony Richardson, Neil Hennessy, Ted Stern. As we scroll up here a little bit, Coach Shaw, Travis Smith, Brent Mills, Coach Bernie. Appreciate you all making us a part of your late Tuesday night as Skywalker will get the first down here for Texas A&M to begin the drive, and it's a very crucial drive at that, Matt.
It is. They got. I mean, there's no room for error left here for the Texas A&M Aggies. They have got to score every time they have a ball, preferably quickly.
Jermaine, quick throw, middle, Snyder, good enough for a first down.
All right, that's 2 throws, 2 first downs. You know, good start to the drive here by Jermaine. Again, he can't play with any kind of fear. He's got to forget anything that's happened up to this point.
Here we go.
Draw play, Allie Peters right up the middle. Allie Peters with a lane to run through on a big hit. That's a favorable spot for Texas A&M. They say she got the first down.
Well, it looked like Allie was able to stretch out and get that first, get the ball across the line. Nice heads-up play there.
Trips top the screen. Jermaine dancing, going short into coverage, and it is bounced off the shoulder pads of the defender.
Yeah, too many Miami defenders to throw the ball in that direction, I think, and Jermaine got away with one.
Inside of 7 minutes to play.
Here we go.
Jermaine with Dixon in the backfield. They'll give it to him. Ty Dixon trying to get the edge to the left. They'll get 3. Not a lot there on second down, and that means third down. It's not going to be easy to convert.
No, not going to be easy for the Aggies, but I think you're 4-down territory at this point if you're A&M. I don't think you can. I don't think punting should even be in your playbook.
Empty backfield. Jermaine able to make the throw and pulling it in. Nathan Griffin, the 8th receiver, to pick up the first down. Matt, they're saying we don't even want that decision to have to enter our thought process.
Exactly right, and the walk-on does a good job of hauling that thing in on the corner route. When he cuts to the outside, the defenders stay over the top. Jermaine delivers a good ball to him.
Down to the 26-yard line, out of the gun, Jermaine, nearing the 6-minute mark. Time not on the side of the Aggies, down by 21. Jermaine, quick throw, there's Dunn. He'll step out of bounds.
All right, 3-yard reception, stops the clock here. Long drives are nice, except when you don't have a lot of time left and you're down 3 scores.
Inside of 6 minutes to play, here's Jermaine. Halfback screen, Ty Dixon. Dixon gets run down by a defensive tackle by the name of Gilbert Wilkerson. You might have heard of him. It's because he's pretty good for this Miami defense.
He's very good, and I believe Ty Dixon, what he should have done was cut that a little further outside, put some distance between himself and the big man, because I guarantee he's faster.
Peters checks into the backfield here. Jermaine to throw, 3-man rush. Dancing right to the end zone. Off the hands of the receiver. It was Nathan Griffin again.
Griffin not able to haul that one in. That was a good ball delivered by Jermaine, but the walk-on not able to capitalize.
4th and 4, the Aggies offense on the field. Big play on 4th down, Jermaine. Short, Peters, the first down with a stiff arm on Pennell, getting it down to the 12.
All right, and they're keeping the ball moving here, but they got to put it in the end zone, and, then they got to trust their defense.
Pistol set, trips top the screen. Jermaine. He'll look to throw, 4-man rush, dancing in the pocket, feeling in trouble, gonna take it and run, and he is sacked for a loss of 3.
Well, it could have been worse. He could have thrown a bad pass there. He kept dancing around trying to find somebody. Miami's just great in coverage right there. So, Jermaine swallows it, takes the sack. Not the worst idea in the world right there, but, again, you got to get moving here.
Want to give a shout-out to Get to the Chopper. We're a 22-team sim league. If you go to collegesimleague.com, you can find the Discord link to join the server, and you can get on the field as early as this week and potentially tomorrow, as we've got 6 MAC teams out there who I'm sure will be happy to recruit you. Just go to collegesimleague.com and join the Discord server. That's how you can get in and be one of the many user players that you see on the field here before you. As Jermaine, one such player, as is Allie Peters, who they go to on the draw on 3rd and 10, and they lose 4.
Well, it's just a strange play call there on 3rd and 10 to go to the halfback draw. But as we see here with 4.5 left, A&M is, they're pulling out all the stops.
Midway through the fourth quarter, and out of the gun, Jermaine to the end zone, back corner, touchdown Skywalker.
Absolutely, throw it to the big man in the back of the end zone and let him haul it in. It works exactly like the Aggies want it to. They took a little more time than I think they wanted to on that drive, but they pushed this back to a 2-score game. Going to be really interesting to see how this thing plays out here in the last half of the fourth quarter.
We still have 4:18 to go, and Texas A&M's Cade Allen tacks on the extra point to make it a 2-score game again. And Matt, you remember way back when, it feels like forever ago, this Aggies team was trailing by 31 points.
They were down 31. They made a heck of a comeback here. And, again, they're trusting their defense here, and I do not blame them because their defense has made a lot more plays for them here in the second half than they've missed. Hope for a quick 3-and-out and get the ball back, or even better, another turnover.
So from their own 24-yard line, Richardson, play fake, dancing, looking, going to take it a run. Axon Richardson, he's got room, hit hard by Eric Mears. You can see trying to knock that ball loose.
Oh, Mears put the face mask on the ball right there, trying to knock that thing loose. Richardson does a good job of hanging on to it, but gets decleated in the process.
So 2nd and 3 as Richardson gets 7 yards inside of 4 minutes of play here in the fourth. Empty backfield for Richardson as he'll go looking to throw. Quick throw, and that pass knocked down by Ethan Dufresne.
Ethan Dufresne does a good job there, comes flying up from behind the receiver, just slaps the ball down. That stops the clock. 3rd and 3. If A&M can get a stop here, they can get the ball back.
The backfield, Richardson over the middle, and it is caught. Holding on for dear life was Blaze Gunner.
Yeah, and he got nailed when he caught that ball. Looked like he put all his effort into holding on to that thing. Didn't try to advance it at all. Big pickup of a first down there, though, for the Hurricanes.
Out to their own 37, nearing the 3.5-minute mark. 4 wide, a 2-by-2 set. Richardson going to keep it himself. Axon Richardson has running room, cuts it upfield. Did he get the first down? Not quite, but he's close.
2nd inches here, and I expect Miami here to start really slowing things down, David.
Chewing up a lot of clock.
Yeah.
2nd and inches, inside of 3 minutes of play. Out of the gun, Richardson with Marcus Duncan to his right. Duncan, the carry, the first down, and more out to the 47 of Texas A&M.
Duncan, 12 rushes, 44 yards. He's done exactly what they've asked him to do, all night long.
10 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss here tonight for Eric Mears and a sack as Richardson back in the gun. He'll keep it himself. Axon Richardson caught from behind, this time by Ty Linker. He'll get 7. Texas A&M their first time out.
All right, and now at this point, Miami is just going to run the ball, and try to force A&M to stop them.
Richardson's going to keep it. Lowering the shoulders, spinning forward. He'll get it down inside the 30. It's a gain of 8. A&M, 1 timeout remains. And Miami's in field goal range.
Yeah, this is, it's been a valiant effort here at the comeback, but it's going to take something really crazy happening for A&M to go pull this thing off.
Especially with Duncan getting 8 yards and forcing A&M to burn their final time out as Richardson out of the gun, just needs a first down. Duncan, a stiff arm, but he can't get there. He gets back to the 20. Actually going to say he lost a yard inside 2 minutes of play.
All right, 3rd and 3 here. Miami can't really run the ball, can't run the clock out here, but they, do have a 2-score lead, so they can kind of do what they want here at this point.
3rd and 3, nearing a minute and a half. Richardson out of the gun, 2-by-2 set. He will let time tick away. Going to let it tick all the way down to about a minute.
Yeah, and of course, Miami at this point, I think the way the second half played out, they might really be wanting to, get off the field and get out of here with their 2-score, lead and their win, because A&M, who looked very lost early in the game, came back came very close to getting right back into this thing.
Quick throw. Perry Pennell's going to get the first down. It steps out of bounds. That stops the clock, but Miami can just kneel and call it a night.
Yeah, they can kneel here and pretty much let that be the end of it. That looks like what Richardson's going to do. I think just get off the field and get out of here.
What a night for Texas A&M.
A&M.
In Miami.
Well, again, Miami looks great. And but here's the thing about A&M, and I'll say this: they don't need to get their head down about this game because you had a bad first half. Things didn't really go your way, but you fought your way back from 31 down to make it a 2-score game.
Miami going to give it to Marcus Duncan. Duncan trying to get his second rushing touchdown of the night, but that'll do it as a valiant effort by the Texas A&M Aggies. But the Miami Hurricanes, they hold on in front of the home fans to get the win, their first conference win. Meanwhile, Texas A&M, they'll fall to 0-2 in the SEC.
Well, you know, it's a hole to be in, but, you know, I've got this saying that I use with my guys: if I'm going to lose, I'd rather lose early as late. And, you know, this is not something that they can't get out of. I got news for you, man. I feel like the SEC is going to be a little bit of a slaughterhouse all year long. You know, I don't think 2 losses is insurmountable, but, you know, yeah, they are a little behind the 8 ball.
Well, that'll do it for our Tuesday triple header. We've got more CFSL action coming your way, though, tomorrow night, as we'll see the Eastern Michigan Eagles take on the Bowling Green Falcons, and that'll be followed up, of course, by the Toledo Rockets going on to play the LSU Tigers. And it'll all end with the Florida State Seminoles and the Ohio State Buckeyes going head-to-head. That'll do it for us. For Matt, I'm David. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. You've been watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube Live.